Hi guys, and welcome to episode 15 of Operation Premiership with Coventry City, and here is the season review for our second season at the club in the Empower Championship this time round. So as you know already, we finished in 21st place. Not ideal, not what I was aiming for. I was aiming for, realistically I was thinking around about just below mid-table would have been nice. But we were in a relegation battle right up until the last minutes of the season when we managed to beat Leeds. Wigan were beaten by Bolton, which meant that Wigan have gone down to the League One and we have stayed in the Championship. At the other end of the table, the teams going up were Brighton as champions, Wolves were promoted to in second place, and Reading got promoted back at the first time of asking, going up through the playoffs. The two teams that came down with them, Everton finished 11th and Wigan obviously were relegated. Elsewhere in the Premiership, the champions were Arsenal, with Chelsea, United and City getting Champions League football. Tottenham and Swansea grabbing the 2 Europa League places. Coming down to the Championship next season will be Cardiff, who were promoted last year. Norwich and West Ham, Nottingham Forest and Blackpool have managed to stay up in the Premiership. Blackpool with a pretty impressive season there. I'll go through the stats for you in this league. Team stats. First of all, the form. We finished as the third best form side in the league, winning 3 of our last 5 games, which was pretty good. Watford ended on a run of 17 games without a win, which is probably why they finished bottom. We weren't in anything really. We had a poor average attendance, bottom in the league. 46% of the stadium was filled on average. Not good. I don't think we had a single stadium sellout. No, we didn't. No stadium sellouts is not good again. Goals, we had the 18th best attacking record in the league with 55, and I'm pretty sure we had one of the worst defences in the league. We had the 4th worst defence in the league, only behind Watford bottom, Colchester relegated, and Charlton, who finished 1 place above us. So you can tell why we were down the bottom end of the league. So yeah, let's have a look at our wage budget compared to everyone else. See, we had the second lowest wage budget in the league, and we managed to finish 4th bottom. That's actually, when you look at it that way, that's not a bad performance in the league. We're spending, like, as Sheffield United and Colchester, the 3 promoted teams, have the 3 smallest wage budgets in the league. Outside of the bottom 6, Watford, who were relegated, were spending almost £2 million a year more on wages than we were. That's a lot of money. And then you look at the teams at the top end. Everton were spending 27.96 million. That's over 5 times more than what we were spending. And I tell you what, if I had that sort of wage bill to be able to spend on players, I'd be doing a lot better than what Everton did. So it's not too bad actually when you look at it that way. Go on to the player stats. I'm sure we might have a few on here. Right, so the small screen, we don't have any. We didn't have any in the top goal scorers. The average ratings weren't. No. Have a look at the bigger screens. So goals. Duje Kopp was the top goal scorer in the league with 23. Connor Salmon and Sam Boldup picking up 22 each. Our top goal scorer in the league was Bebe, I think. Down there in 28th, joint 28th with 12, and then quickly behind him I think was McGoldrick, with 10. He finished joint 34th, and then a long way back to William Echingwale, who was our 3rd top goal scorer in the league with 7. So that's pretty impressive for a centre half. As regards assists, not team goals. So assists, John Fleck finished joint 8th with 11. He is our corner taker though, so obviously we're going to score a few from them every season. Bebe was next in at joint 29th on 8. So he did alright. Let's have a look at what else. Man of the matches. Do we have anyone at the top end? Yep, William Edginguele finishing joint 8th with 6. And Ignacy Miquel just behind him in joint 11th with 5. So our two centre backs obviously being tested a lot during the season, getting up there. Clean sheets, I don't think we're going to be anywhere near on this one. Alex McCarthy finished with 8 clean sheets, which is more than Mauricio Nani didn't keep a single clean sheet and Joe Murphy only kept 3. So that just shows you how much of an impact he made when he came into the club. He had a cracking into the season, played 18 games, only conceded 19 goals. So you can see that the amount of goals we conceded were lessened massively once Alex McCarthy came in goal. And he's definitely been worth the money we spent on him. I think that's about it really. So we'll have a look at the teams coming up to the Championship next season. When Football Manager eventually catches up. So Peterborough, Middlesbrough and Palace will be all coming back up to the Championship next season. They were in fact the 3 teams relegated last season, so there's no changes there, they're just coming straight back up. Going down, Stevenage, Leyton Orient, Crawley and Scunthorpe. So again, teams like Doncaster, MK Dons, Bournemouth all missing out again. I'm pleased to be out of that league, to be honest, and into the Championship. I do think the Championship's a more stable league and it's better financially and things for a club such as Coventry that's got so many debts. On the plus side, there is a takeover still going on with the Supporters Trust, which hasn't gone through yet. The balance of the club is 195 grand in debt. This bank loan has been, not this bank loan, we've just finished paying a loan in May, where we were paying £400,000 a month around about, and it finished, which is going to do us a massive load of good, because that is what all this was last month, £426,875 in loan repayments and interest. That was what that was. We spent £5 million paying that off last season. That was the loan to the club chairman of £30 million that he made. So it's good that we got that off the books, because now we can start building financially for the future. So I'll get on to the season summary now, which has come through. So Premiership, we've already gone through a few of these, but Arsenal were the winners, relegated Cardiff, Norwich and West Ham. Luis Suarez was the top scorer with 21. Schneiderlin for Southampton got 16 assists. Eden Hazard was the highest average rating with 8. Swansea overachieved, we've already noted, they came 6th. Stoke were the underperformers, they finished just outside the relegation zone, so not good there. Marouane Chamakh, a £4.3 million signing, was the signing of the season. And Salvatore Bocchetti for Chelsea was runner on a free. Agbonlahor at Liverpool 10.25 was the worst, and Stuart Holden for 6.5 for QPR was the second worst. Championship was won by Brighton, Wolves and Reading promoted, Wigan, Colchester and Watford relegated. Duje Kopp was top goal scorer with 23, Stephen Hunt was the most assists with 16, and Jacob Mellis got the highest average rating. Overachievers were Brighton, who won the league, and Wigan, obviously the underperformers, relegated 2 seasons running now. Best sign of the season was Gunnarsson for Barnsley, 110 grand. Lewis Guy was the runner-up for Millwall with for 180 grand. The worst sign of the season, David Bentley at Everton, 1.5 million, and Watford with Marcus Olsen, 1.4 million was the runner-up. For League One, Peterborough won it. They were followed with Middlesbrough, Crystal Palace, Stevenage, Leyton Orient, Crawley and Scunthorpe relegated. Tyrone Barnett was the top goal scorer with 24. Diego Arizmendi was the most assists with 18. And Dan Gosling picked up the best average rating with 7.74. Chesterfield overachieved. Crawley were relegated. They were the underperformers. Brett Pittman was the sign of the season on a free for Bournemouth, and our old Stephen Elliott was the runner-up for Doncaster, so he obviously did well. Stephen Dawson, 50 grand to Hartlepool, was the worst sign of the year, and Joe Edwards for 45k was the runner-up. So that's all we're going to really cover the season, the leagues around us, and we'll go on to the FA Cup. Manchester City won it. Sean Harrod finished the top goal scorer for Bury with 5. Ben Nunn at Boreham Wood finished with most assists with 5, and Simon Ramsden for Northampton got the highest average rating of 9 in one game. Chertsey were the overachievers, and Man United were the underperformers in that. Capital One Cup, Arsenal won it. Simon Church with 5, Sam Saunders with 4 assists at the top. Scott Arfield the highest average rating. Bournemouth overachieved, and United underachieved again, so some poor performances in the cups from them. Community Shield was won by Manchester City as well, and the Johnston Paint Trophy was won by Notts County. They dominated the assists and the goals. Middlesbrough underperformed that. Burton the overachievers. So European qualification for this season. Arsenal were the Premier Division winners. Chelsea, Man United and Man City also get in the Champions League. Europa League group stage, Liverpool and Tottenham, Europa League playoff, Swansea and West Brom get into the third qualifying round. Footballer of the year was Eden Hazard. Players Player of the year was Jack Wilshere. Luis Suarez got the top goal scorer. Players Young Player was Jan Anvia at Liverpool. Wojciech Szczesny got the Golden Glove, and the Manager of the Year went to Arsene Wenger. So we'll run quickly through the Coventry City side and this season's stats. Our top goal scorer, as we already know, is Bebe. There would be, on average rating, our best player this year was Ignacy Miguel. If I had to give one man player of the season, it would be Bebe, because he scored so many crucial goals on the run-in that got us points when we desperately needed them. And although I know you could make a case for everyone saying that, but it was when the pressure was on, we had to win or we were down, and things like that. Bebe popped up with goals at the crucial moments and got us points, and for that reason I would give Bebe our player of the season. Our signing of the season, I would say, if you don't include Bebe because I've already given him one award, I'd say it has to go to Alex McCarthy. Brilliant little signing. Absolute cracking player. He came in and suddenly the defence was shored up. We weren't conceding goals, and it was really, really good with him. So that will wrap up the season review, and I hope you've enjoyed the season as a whole, and you're enjoying the series as well. If you have done, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back with you for the pre-season and transfers update along with the August monthly review. So please do join me then, and I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye.